Picture this. You're at the checkout line at your regular grocery store. You've got a cart full of the usual: milk, eggs, chicken, some pasta, maybe a bag of chips you didn't plan on grabbing. Total comes to $180. You tap your card, transaction approved, and you just left about $7 sitting on the table. Now do that every single week. That's $350 a year. Just gone. Not because you spent wrong, because you swiped wrong. That's what this video is about. Not budgeting, not cutting back, just making sure the card in your hand is actually working for you. Because for most people, it isn't. By the way, if you're new to this channel, I'm Alan. On this channel, we talk about money, investing, credit cards, banking, and personal finance, explained in a simple and easy to understand way. No fake tips here. Just practical financial strategies that help you manage your money better, save more, and make smarter financial decisions. Let's get started. Here's the thing most people don't realize about credit card rewards. We tend to think about them in terms of travel, flights, hotel points, that kind of stuff. And yeah, those categories get all the marketing attention. The ads show someone boarding a plane in business class, sipping champagne. But the average American family, they're spending somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 a year on groceries. That's one of the biggest spending categories in most households. And a lot of people are running that spend through a card that gives them 1% back, maybe 1, 5. Meanwhile, the right card for groceries can give you 3%, 4%, even 6% back on every single grocery purchase. The math on that is not complicated. It's just overlooked. And I get it. There are so many credit cards out there that picking one feels like a part-time job. So most people just don't bother. They stick with whatever card they opened in college or whatever came with their bank account. That decision is quietly costing them hundreds of dollars every year. Let me break down a few cards that are actually worth using for groceries, and be honest about who each one makes sense for. The Blue Cash Preferred from American Express is probably the card most people should hear about first. It gives you 6% cash back at US supermarkets, up to $6,000 in spending per year. After that, it drops to 1%. 6%. That's real money. If you're spending $600 a month on groceries, which is pretty normal for a family, that's $432 back per year just from that category. The card has a $95 annual fee, but after the cashback, you are still netting well over $300. There is a catch though, and this one trips people up. US supermarkets doesn't include everything. Warehouse clubs like Costco or Sam's Club, not counted. Superstores like Walmart or Target, also not counted. It's specifically traditional grocery stores, your Kroger, Safeway, Publix, Whole Foods, that kind of place. So if most of your grocery shopping happens at Walmart, this card won't do what you think it will. Now, if you want something with no annual fee, the Blue Cash Everyday, also from Amex, gives you 3% back at US supermarkets, up to $6,000 per year. That's a solid return for free. On $600 a month in groceries, you're looking at roughly $216 back annually. Less than the preferred version, obviously, but you're not paying a fee either. Here's where it gets interesting. For some people, especially if their grocery spend is on the lower end, the no-fee card actually wins out over the year. Do the math on your own numbers before just grabbing the premium version. Another card worth knowing is the Capital One Savor One. No annual fee, 3% back at grocery stores, and also 3% on dining and entertainment. If you're someone who also spends a fair amount eating out, this card kind of covers two bases at once. The rewards are straightforward. There's no rotating categories, no activation required, no cap on grocery earnings. It just works. And then there's the Chase Freedom Flex. This one is a little different. It offers 5% cash back on rotating quarterly categories, and groceries show up in that rotation occasionally, usually once or twice a year. When that happens, you can stack some serious rewards fast, but it requires more attention. You have to remember to activate the category each quarter. If you forget, you get 1% back and that's it. So it rewards people who are a little more engaged with their finances. One more worth mentioning, the Citi Custom Cash. This one automatically gives you 5% back on your top eligible spending category each billing cycle, up to $500 in purchases. So if groceries are naturally your biggest expense most months, you're automatically getting 5% back without doing anything. It's a smart design. The limit works out to $25 back per month, or $300 a year, and then it drops to 1% after that. No annual fee either. Here's the thing most credit card comparison articles miss. The best grocery rewards card isn't the one with the highest percentage. It's the one that matches your actual shopping habits. A 6% card that doesn't count your store is worth 0. A 5% rotating category card you forget to activate is worth 1%. A simple no-fee card you consistently use in the right places, that compounds quietly into real savings every single year. And honestly, most people never realize this. The biggest gains don't come from finding some obscure ultra-premium card. They come from closing the gap between what you could be earning and what you're actually earning right now. Think about it for a second. If you've been using a flat 5% card on $600 a month in groceries, you've been getting about $108 a year back. Switch to even a 3% no-fee card, that's $216. Switch to the 6% Amex Preferred and use it at qualifying supermarkets. After the fee, you're clearing $337 or more. That's over $200 more in your pocket per year, just from one habit change that takes about 15 minutes to set up. It's not glamorous, but it's real. So here's what to actually do with all of this. Start by figuring out where you grocery shop, not where you wish you shopped, where you actually go. If it's mostly a traditional supermarket chain, the Amex Blue Cash Preferred is worth running the numbers on seriously. If you're mostly at Walmart or Costco, look at the Savor One or the Citi Custom Cash instead. Then estimate your monthly grocery spend. If it's under $300 a month, a no-fee 3% card is probably smarter than paying $95 for the 6% version. If you're consistently over $400, the math usually flips and the premium card pays for itself. And finally, don't try to optimize 5 cards at once. Pick one grocery card, use it consistently at the right store, and let the rewards accumulate. Most people overcomplicate this and end up doing nothing. Simple and consistent beats clever and messy every time. You don't need to become a points nerd to benefit from this. You just need one card that matches where you already spend. Groceries are one of the most predictable expenses in your life. That predictability is actually an advantage, because you can plan around it. Set it up once, use the right card, let the math do its thing.